EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Detroit Lions. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Able to take this one up to the 35. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a carry for Swift. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. This defense for the Steelers, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the assignment, a tough one here for this defense. You've got a quarterback ranked in the top 5 in passing yards. What do they need to do to try to keep him under wraps?
Well, they didn't sleep a whole lot getting ready for this one. I can guarantee you there's just so much to combat. But I think they're going to zero in on taking away his top target. Double, triple him if they have to. Make the other guys rise up and try and beat them. They'll feel a whole lot better if those guys win in the routes instead of their number 1 guy.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. There's Goff. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. From the 50, it's Goff. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now a throw here, hauled in. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep doing it. We're doing pretty well.
And he gets it down to the 32.
This has been a nice sustained drive, and after a run like that, I'd be surprised if they don't come back with even more running plays.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. He'll get this off to Swift. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now it's Goff. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Alex Highsmith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The NFC's Pro Bowl punter a year ago, Jack Fox, on to punt for the Lions. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
Check 31, check 31. Check 24, watch 24.
And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Michael Brockers in on the stop. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They hand this off to Harris. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. He gets it complete to Harris. And some space here. 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now he's entering it all loose.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, gone. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
Now Goff on first down. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper,
yes,
right?
Yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big play ability.
He certainly does. And not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? And I love his end zone celebrations now. When he does go deep and beat someone for a touchdown, now he does the long jump as his celebration. Pretty cool deal.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team? They want to be consistent in their play. Not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Finds a seam inside the 40. And now the rookie's free. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Sutton. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
I know everybody comes to see the offense score, but what's wrong with the defense scoring? How about that interception and run back for a touchdown? The tough part, though, for a quarterback, can he get that out of his mind? Because he has to go right back out on the field and start over.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This taken in at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
On 2nd and 7, Goff. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Jack Fox now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole that leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They run the counter. Harris. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Here's Roethlisberger. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Levi Onwenu Onwuzurike in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's Goff. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
42 yards rushing for him now to this point. On 1st and 10, Goff. And that is incomplete here.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Deep ball for Goodwin. And this is caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. Marquise Goodwin. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
They'll try the right side with Harris, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
180. He's top right here, top right. Look, there's no spacing.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. That one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
7 yards, the pickup there. From the 35 on second down. Goff, deep ball for Goodwin. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Ahkello Witherspoon. And the Steelers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 2nd and 5 now. Roethlisberger. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now up to 14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. To throw on 2nd and 6. Goff. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
On second down, it's Harris. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 166 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Here we go. 44.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. Not much there, only a yard. Second and 9 from the 44.
Alert.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42. They run with Harris. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 15-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Completion here to Claypool. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Middle. Check go.
This is Harris. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Boswell's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So another 3 on the board. Offense considered a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. On first down, it's gone. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Devin Bush, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now here's a throw. It's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And that is incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Fielded just inside the 20. 56 yards the punt that time, 12 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead, but that was a drive that was so long it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. Well, we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
On the give, this is Harris. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 189 yards rushing for him now on the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense. Roethlisberger. Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep with this.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Ray McLeod, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And a short gain here down to the 22. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Goff. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Man, These guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Swift. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Williams. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Now Goff on 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. 195 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now here's another carry for Harris.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And some room to roam now. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and short. They run with Harris. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Here's Harris. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game, the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
They'll try to run with Harris. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You can see them sag on their sideline. And I think this one might just be over.
Taken at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Now a pass, and it's complete to QT. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Again, Goff. Got an open man, it's QT. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. One last throw here for Goff. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Steelers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Steelers, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Detroit, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
I'm ready for more. You fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3. Hey. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. Game time. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I just got 20, I'm running on empty. This mobile that came from my money is silly. I feel